Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the Foot Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. Foot birthday is here today in FC 26, and while we're super curious about these no playstyle Foot birthday cards that we upgrade through the Foot birthday bakery, what might be even more hype today and throughout this promo are the upcoming evolutions. The news is evolutions are going to be creating crazy cards once again. We've needed Evos to make a comeback, guys, and this might be it. We're talking about not only max 88 evolutions, but also max 89 Evos. We're going to cover everything you need to know for the Foot birthday promo Friday today, including everybody get a guaranteed Foot birthday pack. And of course, we're going to talk about the market. With the craziness of this Foot birthday bakery and the evolutions that are upcoming, are prices going to drop even further, or can there be some investing that we can do? Let's talk about it, guys. If you're excited for this video, drop a thumbs up on it, hype the video if you can, and subscribe if you are new. Now, before we get into all the madness of today's content on Friday, I want to take a look back at yesterday's content, which started with a new patch being dropped on the game. And if I had to summarize how I felt the game changed from what was before patch to after patch, I'd really have to describe it in two ways. Passing feels different, and power shots are back. I'm super excited to be able to use this card of Bobby Charlton once again and at least make his playstyle plus of the power shot feel useful. Guys, I wouldn't say that power shots are crazy overpowered now. That's not the way to describe it. What I would say is power shots are just usable. I posted a clip on Twitter yesterday of me hitting some incredible power shot goals. Yes, I realize that, but it's just fun now to be able to hit a power shot from outside the box, from even at the edge of the box, whereas before it felt like those shots had a very slim or zero chance of going in. So I wouldn't say they're super crazy overpowered. I do know there's a lot of cards on the market with the power shot playstyle that have been moving, like that Daniel Mal in fantasy. Zlatan's card's been going up. Even as a midfielder, Lothar Matthäus's card has been going up a little bit in price as well. But I don't think those prices are going to continue to go crazy, because I don't think power shot is crazy OP. I think it's just good, and it does take a good bit of skill to try to learn and figure out how much power you need, what position, what kind of angle you want for the power shot. Finesse and low driven are still clear 100% for consistent goal scoring opportunities. Power shot is just usable now. And passing, really, I like passing and the changes that were made, because it makes all the other players who don't have passing playstyles able to actually pass the ball. But at the same time, it makes tiki-taka and the incisive playstyles not as important. It doesn't make them stick out as much. Like, I don't notice the incisive plus and the tiki-taka plus as much as I did before. So that's just what I'm noticing with passing. And as I was kind of playing the game yesterday, I noticed that for me, the 4-4-1-1 wasn't cutting it. Like, I was just not able to play as well as I wanted to, and I was not succeeding in that formation. And I'm usually not somebody who switches formations right away, but I've used the 4-1-2-1-2 a lot as well earlier on in the year, and I used it for multiple of my gauntlet squads. So I just changed that, and I'm hearing a lot of people feeling the same way, that the narrow formations may be a bit better with this passing change and the tiki-taka passing being really good even without the play style. So I wonder if that's going to catch on or if it's not going to last. But let me know in the comments what you guys thought after the first couple of games with this new patch. Now, for the content, not in terms of gameplay, that was released yesterday in this game, I want to take a look at objectives really quick, because we had day 2 of the Foot birthday daily login, which gave us a really nice evolution here for a max 88 rated player to give them trickster playstyle and a 5-star skill move boost. And I'm highlighting this once again for today's 3 completions objective. We get a max 88 Foot birthday. Everybody, if you've done the daily login for the first 3 days, everybody gets a guaranteed Foot birthday pack today. There's also that 90 plus Foot birthday pack if you completed objectives during Team of the Year to get that done. That is going to be something that is given out today. We're very much so looking forward to that. There was a couple other objectives released yesterday. There was like an EFL Championship objective that gives a kit, and there was also new FC Pro objectives for games happening on EA's Twitch and YouTube stream this weekend and next weekend for some viewership reward packs there. So just kind of a mental note that those are going to be there during the weekend. The rest of yesterday's content, we did have an evolution, and I've got a card active in it right now, the Thunderstrike Evo, which is a non-overall boosting, shot boosting Evo. It gives the low driven and power shot playstyles. It gives individual stat upgrades to shot power, attack positioning, volleys, long shots, finishing, and penalties with different overall stat caps there. Nice Evo. Honestly, it does not boost the overall. It's repeatable 6 times. So for me, Brendan Aronson, I'm getting a +2 on this card as it's a live item, but I was like, you know what? Let me try to Evo this card, get his shooting up a little bit higher, and maybe still have an opportunity to get a bit of an upgrade on that card beyond maybe what the Evo stats could say. We'll see. Evoing live cards is always a bit of a risk, but I like this Evo. A lot of people are putting it on Thierry Henry, getting his shooting up. Other player cards that are still 86 rated or below. Really nice to get a nice stat boost there and some good play styles if you need them on those players. Now, to SBCs we go, where we really didn't have too much either. We had marquee matchups. We had the Orkun Kokcu SBC, Besiktas midfielder. Honestly looking like a solid card. Pinged pass plus, still has the incisive and tiki taka, but has maybe more important playstyles now after the patch. Finesse, power shot, dead ball, intercept, and bruiser. Like, this card is a quick step and maybe an anticipate away from being crazy, to be completely honest. Now, he's only got 1 playstyle plus, so if he does score or assist in the next 4 matches starting today, basically, for this card, he will get a playstyle plus and a base playstyle added to his card. He's only 88 rated, so he might fit evolutions like we're going to talk about today. So this SBC for 286 squads is actually not too bad. Maybe just wait and see how they play this weekend before deciding if you want to get that SBC done, because it is out for 6 days. I'd say the same thing for Anton. However Dortmund fared this weekend, however he fares as well, personally, that might be worth completing. These fantasy cards cannot be forgotten about because they are absolutely still live and their prices are going to move. Even if the market drops with what's coming today with FUT Birthday, those fantasy cards have to be top of mind for those market movements and those upgrades. Last SBC to talk about from yesterday was the Serie A Player of the Month, Daniel Malen. I mean, he's coming in at a pretty cheap price as well of 78,000 coins. It's not a crazy card, but if you want a cheap B striker, that would be a good one to complete. The last thing I want to mention for yesterday's content was the last fantasy FPL card that played, right? Spurs lost. Don't want to talk about that, but Matisse still played all 90 minutes, so we got 2 FPL points, which means he's going to get a +2 overall. And I just want to really hopefully say that EA is going to upgrade these cards today. We don't know. It's a guess that they'd upgrade today, but after all week of these cards chasing their upgrades, getting the FPL points, of course, you got cards like Kirkes and Dewsbury Hall that are getting the really big boost. I really hope that they get upgraded today, but it is not known for sure. So just watch out in game. The other chance that they would have to get upgraded would be next Tuesday, or I guess technically this next upcoming Tuesday would be the best way to say it, when the rest of the fantasy cards get their upgrades from the games this weekend. So that's just one thing to keep an eye out for, especially if you're doing some funny business with those Evos like I am. Now, let's get to what we're all here for, and that is the FUT Birthday conversation, which with the promo coming today, there's a lot of unknowns with the whole FUT Birthday bakery thing that's coming out. What in the world is happening with these cards in packs and how we upgrade them via Evos. But we have bigger news, honestly, about evolutions, like regular Evos, because with what the leakers were talking about yesterday, the hype might really be back for Evos. We're talking about evolutions that genuinely give good upgrades, stat-wise, playstyle-wise, and allow us to upgrade cards that aren't just 86 and 87 rated. But first, let's take a look at what is coming in packs today. If you guys did miss it, we looked at it in yesterday's video, and in the past couple of days, we've been talking about this, the whole FUT Birthday bakery thing. Just a quick rundown once again. The cards in packs today will not have any playstyles or playstyle pluses according to the leaks. Instead, we will put the cards that we get, whether tradable or untradeable, into evolutions and give them playstyles or playstyle pluses on our own. Now, there's these batches, right? There's these batches of playstyles. We don't exactly know how this is going to work still. There's a free and there's a paid version to this. We're thinking that maybe the free version just makes you play more games, and the paid version, you can skip those games and get those Evos done quicker, but we do not know that for sure. And we don't even know if there's going to be more restrictions on the different batches here for these cards with the FUT Birthday bakery. So still a lot of unknowns. EA did not give us the information that we needed yesterday early ahead of time, which is unfortunate, but we'll be figuring this out today. Still, it's such a crazy concept to be able to put the playstyles you want on the card. Again, the playstyles you want. We'll see where the limitations are and what the whole paid versus free thing is, but it's still so weird to me as well to think that you're going to pack a card today that is basically unusable except for being 5-star, 5-star. It's going to have no play styles. Then you have to Evo that card. And if it is a tradable card, I still think and believe that that card would turn untradeable. But that is not something that we have an answer to yet. Still one of those unanswered questions heading into today. So that's probably like the second biggest thing now that we're looking forward to today. Like, it's a crazy concept. And these are, once again, official cards. If you do want to check this out, FUT Sheriff tweeted out the full official team with official stats for the large number of players that are coming into packs today. But we're just waiting to see how this pans out and how hype it actually is, because it sounds like a crazy concept and it is hype. But still, at the very same time, it's going to be confusing, we think, based on how things have been leaked. Now, it's not just regular players coming in packs today. There are heroes and there are icons. And actually, yesterday, EA confirmed for us that there are 6 total icons coming into packs of this Team 1 of FUT Birthday, including Batistuta. Again, down here at the bottom, it says 1 of 6 icons. So there's going to be 6 of them today. Zlatan's going to be a part of the team. Petr Cech and Toni Kroos are going to be a part of the team as well. We do not have official stats leaked for those cards yet, but Kroos and Cech are in, and these are official stats for Batistuta. So 95 shooting there is pretty crazy. I think Zlatan's card also has 95 shooting, or it looks like 95 shooting up there, and 94 dribbling. So pretty crazy cards coming as icons, but again, those are in packs, and those you cannot change the playstyles on. Those are locked. But let's get to the biggest news, guys. And this kind of came up yesterday out of nowhere. FUT Birthday Evolutions. The hype is growing, guys, because Evos are finally going to be leveling up. Like, yesterday we had a max 88 evolution and objectives, whatever, right? The leakers are making it sound like Evos might be back. We've been talking about for weeks now, Evos being stuck at max 87, and it'd still be frustrating when we have evolutions that are dropped that are max 86, which I 100% agree with. Some of these max 86 Evos even only giving you 1 playstyle. Plus, it's like, what is going on with evolutions? They felt behind the curve. They felt not good enough, not very hype for at least a couple of weeks, maybe even back to Team of the Year, guys. We've only had a couple of good Evos since Team of the Year that have really felt crazy. Now, this leak yesterday started everything out with a leak that 88 and 89 rated evolutions are set to come to Ultimate Team soon. Some of them look full meta. And right away after this, of course, player prices started to move up, and you started to think about all the 88s and 89s that you'd be able to Evo, right? Dino, Vidal, Jordi Alba, Busquets. I haven't evoed these guys all year, and now they're going to be upgradable hopefully soon. Alexis Sanchez is an 89 rated. Micah Richards just did his SBC a couple of weeks back. That Rodrigo card from the season pass would be a great one to evolve. The Doumbia, the Diamande, who we did during the Future Stars promo. Sterling's SBC, who is still out. The jury's still out on what upgrades for Evos we're still going to be getting and how many of them will be max 89 or max 88, but it is coming, right? And that, of course, made prices of very popular 88, 89 rated cards go up a whole lot. Now, this is what I'm going to tell you guys. We talked about this exact same thing when Evos went up to 87 rated. You're going to see these 88 rated cards go up in price a lot. But whatever position the Evos are, whatever we don't get an Evo for, like let's say we get a striker Evo, we don't get an Evo for center backs in the next couple of days, 88 rated center backs that went up a whole bunch in value are going to come back down, and that's a great opportunity to go onto the market and invest in some of those players that have gone up a bunch, because that just means when there is a max 88 Evo for center backs, again, using that example, those cards are going to go up a lot in price, and you'll make some big profits. So now is the time to start looking at 88s and maybe 89s too, to invest in a little bit because of that. Now, there's rumors that the Evo we might be getting today, guys, would be a striker Evo, and might even be max 89 rated striker Evo, because yesterday, FUT Police, who again leaked this original post about 88 and 89 rated Evos, was mentioning in some reply tweets, this guy says this with low driven plus, like he's excited to upgrade his base icon Eto'o that he had packed, and FUT Police says finesse plus is better, question mark. FUT Police also mentioned that the Evos here that are max 88 and 89 rated are not season pass Evos. A lot of people were responding to him saying like, are you kidding me? There's no way. These have got to be in the season pass, right? And he was like, yeah, no, these are huge evolutions. A lot of them are given the best possible play styles, and they are not in the season pass. Look, Wara season pass Evos, guys, these are not season pass. So he's saying that these are regular evolutions, and hopefully that means that one of them as a max 88 or 89 is going to be coming today. And I do wonder if it's a max 89 striker Evo based off of this, and also based on strikers that are 89 rated kind of moving up a lot on the market. Like, take a look at this Nico Williams, 250K to start the day yesterday. He's 336,000 coins right now, almost up 100K. If he fits an evolution, by the way, like if he's going to get finesse plus, has 95 pace, 5-star skills already, this is going to be a crazy Evo. But that's the type of Evo that we need. He even says in here that right now, what did he say? It was one tweet that FUT Police mentioned. He said that the next 10 Evos that he has are so much better than the Evos that we have had in the past couple of weeks. And he even said that some 2 playstyle plus players are going to fit evolutions as well. Yeah, 2 playstyle plus Evo eligible. Now he says some of them right now allow 2 playstyle pluses, not all. So the hype is definitely building for Evos, max 88 and max 89. And again, if it is a max 89 striker Evo today, which I'm sure this is going to be leaked soon after this video goes out, because the leakers like to leak early in the morning when it's these big days for promos. So keep an eye out for that. What you're going to probably see is those 88 and 89 rated strikers go up. So you're probably going to want to sell in the hype, even if there's a lot of hype for this evolution. And you're going to see other strikers in the market probably take a bit of a nosedive if the Evo is going to be good. That's one thing that we haven't actually had to worry about in a while, is a really good evolution taking coins off of the market. Guys, if we get a Evo today for max 89 strikers and it's pretty crazy, and it's, let's say, 100 or 150,000 coins, which we have not had an Evo yet this year to go over 100K. Think about that for a second. That's honestly pretty wild to me. But let's say we have a 100 or 150,000 coin Evo. That's going to take some coins off the market as well. Not only make strikers drop, as people would be using Evo cards instead of actual strikers in their team, but it would also take coins off the market as people are selling cards to go and do an evolution. And when you buy an Evo with coins, you know, that's taking coins off of the market. So we're going to talk about this in a second. Still a little bit worried about the market today, but keep an eye out for those evolution leaks, especially if it's a max 88 or max 89. Now, for SBCs, of course, we started off with a huge leak of Frankie de Jong getting a great FUT birthday SBC, and then it ended up Frankie de Jong is a flashback card, which still could be good. You know, that's an SBC we could be getting today. That's his official card, by the way. Tiki Taka and Anticipate Plus with 90 passing and 91 dribbling. I think this needs to be cheaper than what his FUT birthday SBC could have been. Like, I was thinking maybe the FUT birthday de Jong would be 1.4 or 1.5 mil, because we would have chosen our own playstyles and playstyle pluses for him, and that would be such a sick concept, but it doesn't look like that's going to work that way. There's also honestly 100% chance, because I think EA said it themselves potentially. I think this Mandzukic is coming as an SBC today as well. Mandzukic SBC today, Cambiaso SBC next Friday. And as you see, some of the other leaked SBC and objective cards, Zé Roberto looks pretty solid, right? And you've got some showdowns in here as well. But notice one thing. There are not any base regular FUT birthday SBCs now with this leak. So we were hoping that de Jong and other SBCs, even like Gelson Martins, would be able to be customized to our liking by these FUT birthday bakery Evos, but it doesn't look like that. They're dropping Gelson Martins and Bernardo Silva allegedly as moments SBCs instead, so that's kind of random. But there's also going to be some showdowns. Fabian, Power Shot and Intercept Plus. That looks interesting. Gusto, Rapid, and Jockey with 92 pace. And then this showdown right here, Elanga and Araujo. I don't know why they're so much lower rated than the 89 rated showdown cards here. This could be crazy. Araujo is an 87 rated card with Intercept and Anticipate being, again, 87. He could fit into evolutions, then get upgrades, as that game is upcoming this next week. That's one thing to watch out for sure this weekend. Both of these showdowns, it's nice to have showdowns back for sure. But I really am curious to know if the 87 rating is what these are going to be, or if it's going to be 89. So again, I expect de Jong and Mandzukic today for SBCs. We'll see if anything changes regarding that heading into content. And the last thing related to content today that I want to point out, you might think, Nate, this is really random. Why are you looking at pack code for an 85 rated squad? If you remember how we had those really cheap packs in the store during Team of the Year for like 83 and 84 rated squads. I think that's what this 85 squad pack code is. It might be one of the best store packs to open today for like 10,000 coins or 15,000 coins, something like that. A full squad of 85 to 86 items. And guys, you know there's going to be a lot of packs that are dropped in the store today. There's a whole bunch of pack code that was added. I hope the pack weight for these FUT birthday cards is good. Like, how not fun would it be if they drop this whole new concept of being able to Evo cards that we pack from packs, and then you're not easily packing those cards. Like, with how many cards are in packs, it looks like the odds are going to be pretty good, but we will just have to see. And with that, of course, a lot of you guys, probably like me, have saved up packs. Like, look at these, man. I'm just salivating I'm ready to open these packs that I've been saving now for a long time. Weekend League rewards. I got some Rivals rewards. I got these season pass packs in here. I've got all the 83 by 14s for the past, what would that be, 5 days. So I got 15 of those. I'm ready to go with those packs. And what happens, we kind of get into the market conversation, what happens right away on a promo Friday like this where people have been saving packs for ages is obviously you see the FUT birthday cards now here in the game. We got FUT birthday, Evo, Hero, Icon, and stuff. But what you're going to see with the FUT birthday cards today is there's going to be a lot of supply straight away because people are going to be ripping the packs, and that's going to bring in a lot of supply. So one thing I would say is with these cards being evolvable, there might be some low prices within the first 10 to 15 minutes that you might be able to buy and invest in. And then if people start putting those cards in evolutions, then they actually could go up a little bit in value. That's going to be the whole big question mark today with this FUT birthday bakery is what happens to the cards that are on the market. But also this is going to impact prices of fodder. I know a lot of you guys want to invest in fodder, and yesterday we had some pretty crazy price movements because of the De Jong and the other leaked SBCs that were out there. 91 rated cards tanked. A lot of investors panic sold. Like, look at the graphs. These were 42K yesterday, and then middle of the day, well after division rivals rewards. This has nothing to do with supply. This is all to do with panic. All these 91s went from 40K down to 31,000 coins. Now they're coming back up a little bit. But, I mean, if Frankie De Jong is the only good SBC that's going to be semi-expensive, I don't know if those are going to go up too much. We'll have to see more leaks to really believe in the 89 plus fodder for a longer term rise with that. But if all those packs are going to get open today right after content, like we were just mentioning, not only would cards in packs like FUT birthdays drop in price, I think fodder would as well. Guys, if you're somebody who wants the easiest investment of all time, get on bids today, an hour after the content drop. If you get on bids for 87s, 88s, 89s, you will be winning those cards at ridiculously cheap prices. Like, I know people on big promo Fridays like today, where a lot of packs are being opened, that are winning tons of those lower to middle tier fodder cards at like 1,000 or 2,000 coins, like legit almost minimum price, because nobody's thinking about bidding on 88s on a Friday night after a new promo releases. But if you do, there's going to be some money there for you, and you're going to make some profit. So that is one thing I would highly recommend if you're on a budget today. And also, you know what I'm going to be doing? Watching these fantasy cards, because like we said, we got games today. Real Madrid, I believe, play today. There's no Premier League this weekend because I think there's FA Cup games, or there's another competition that's going on that is not the Premier League in England. So none of those players' clubs are playing, and those games don't count for these cards. It's only league games that count. But for the other leagues around the world, this would be a great weekend to once again keep an eye on the fantasy cards, because there are upgrades to be had for some of these players, and some things will happen this weekend that will make prices move, whether it be a Fantasy FC hero, whether it be a regular Fantasy FC player. Definitely still worth watching some cards like maybe Mateo. I don't know if Mateo plays, but maybe Guendouzi is going to have a movement this weekend. Maybe Wanyeri, who's already gone up a lot and already got a really good upgrade. Maybe he's going to get and clinch another upgrade this weekend. That is just one thing that I would mention to you guys, is watch out for the live cards, because there is opportunity for trading and investing in some of those as well. But that's kind of what I'm thinking about the market. I'm still a bit hesitant. I'm really only have one card right now on my transfer list. I have a Lothar Matthäus, because this is a card that a lot of people wanted to try out with no tiki-taka playstyle, but of course passing being usable, and the fact that he's got Power Shot Plus. So I'm going to sell this card today before content, and I'm probably going to be full liquid heading into content, maybe holding on to a couple of these informs that I still have. And other than that, I don't want to risk it. It feels like a day where You just don't want to risk it today with the potential hype with evolutions, taking coins off the market and making prices drop. And at the same time, yeah, you know, the cards that are in packs, potentially taking coins off the market as well. If people are buying them, putting them into evolutions and losing those coins. I don't want to mess with the market. It's the first time for everything. First time I've ever seen a concept like this. And I don't want to be stuck holding on to cards that are dropping in price because of all the madness for FUT birthday. So we have a lot of questions still about today, guys. We're going to be figuring it all out live today in the stream. If you want to come by here on YouTube or on Twitch, we'll be live looking at the FUT birthday cards, the bakery, how we upgrade them, and the new evolutions, as well as taking a look through all the ways we can make some coins on this market. Happy Friday, guys. It's a big one today. FUT birthday. Should be a fun time. Let's hope EA deliver, and make sure you come by the stream to see if they do and see what sort of fun stuff we get today. Again, if you enjoyed this video, drop a thumbs up on it, comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys for a FUT birthday Friday stream today. It's been Nate, TheFutAccountant. See you there. Peace out.